welcome back to Monday Mishnah. I know it's been a couple of weeks, but glad to be back. We're in Mishnah 2 of chapter 3 of Brachot, and we're still talking about the Shema. We're still talking about kind of the funeral context. In this particular case, the Mishnah identifies that if you are able to start and finish reciting the Shema before you have returned to the funeral setting, then you have an obligation to do so, to recite the Shema. But if not, that you should hold off and you are ultimately exempt. The rabbis also make explicit how far away from you from the funeral itself, in terms of how far away you're standing, which is a reflection of your relationship to the person, that your obligation is based off of that as well. Now, I think the takeaway here, what would be relevant for us, for those of us who are not necessarily in a funeral context, is to recognize how close we are to something and what our obligations are. So I'll quote a Rambam here. Maimonides was a rabbi in North Africa, Spain region, around 1,000 years ago. He's known as Maimonides and Rambam. And he said that if you have the ability to impact your concentric circle, so if it's your family or your friends or it's your community or it's your city or it's your state, whatever, if you have the ability to make that impact, you have to. You have an obligation to impact it. In a similar way, if you have the opportunity to complete a task, then you have to do it. You have to really engage in it. You can't not do it. And in some cases, when there's no way you can accomplish, there is a teaching here, although in other places there is a disagreement, that you should wait. You should hold off from fulfilling it. And so the question I would have for you in terms of taking away is, what is something that you weren't sure that you should take on, but now you've decided, I think I can finish this. I have an obligation to finish it, and now I'm going to. So it was nice learning with you again after a couple of weeks. I'll see you next week for Monday Mishnah. See you then.